Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Busts, episode 109. 109 episodes of Far Lands or Bust. 109? No, I'm sorry. Let's try that again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kurt, and welcome to episode 209 of Far Lands or Bust. What on earth am I thinking? Well, I know exactly what I'm thinking, but just give me a moment here. We gotta fill in the hidey hole, grab Wolfie. That is east. This way is west. I think I have a boat. Yeah, we could probably use a boat. Let's sploosh, throw some stuff in the water. Forever the environmentalists, and continue. Boink. West. Yes, indeed, west. Episode 209. I was thinking of episode 109 because I wanted to talk about it's something we don't do that often, is look back. What happened 100 or 200 episodes ago in Far Lands or Bust? We have the Far Lands or Bust flashbacks, but we're getting to the point in this series where there are some memories to be had. More so, everybody knows what happens in episode 11. Obviously, that's when we actually left our spawn area to start our journey to the Farlands. But not many people were around for episode 109 or even episode 009. So I wanted to talk about those. I went back and actually watched those two episodes as a little bit of a reminiscent thing. But before we talk about that, let's talk about Child's Play charity. We're still raising money over at farlandsorbust.com. Like I mentioned in the last episode, a few times even since then, we've had some issues with the chip-in website goes down sometimes. It's one of those things, and I've mentioned this and talked about it before. It is an old system, and it does not appear as though anybody is running that service anymore. There have been no updates or anything like that. Somebody is apparently just has it up and running and continues it as a service, but I believe the people originally behind it are no longer in development of the chip-in thing, but it's doing well. Perhaps if we ever get too large here at Far Lands or Bust, we'll have to consider making our own donation tracker system, but it's working. It's working right now, and we are at $11,758 raised for Child's Play charity. And thank you, everybody who continues donating at farlandsorbust.com using the chip-in widget on the homepage when it is there. And when it's not, thank you for being patient until it pops back up and we can continue being generous, raising money for Child's Play charity. Indeed. But yeah, this is episode 209. 100 episodes ago was actually almost a little bit over a year ago. So last year we had obviously Minecon and some other trips that delayed certain things. Took a little bit of a break after the flob-athon weekend, so we couldn't quite get 100 episodes in within a year. But yeah, episode 109 was January 7th, 2012. And in that episode I was talking about we're coming up close to 25,000 subscribers. And that was for obviously the 25,000 subscriber special. I did the Lego space shuttle build. So that gives you a little bit of a perspective on the growth of the channel. We're now at 135,000 as opposed to 25,000. So a little bit over 100,000 subscribers since then. So that's cool. What else happened? Thankfully I gave an update to the world size. At that time, at episode 109, we were at 2,257 megabytes for the size of the Far Lands or Bust world in Minecraft. To compare, today we're at 5,921. I don't know how that... obviously since then, back then the episodes were 2 Minecraft days long. I would walk, sleep, walk, and then make the final hidey hole. So that makes sense how we've actually gained more than double the amount of file size for this world. We could probably have Wolfie get some more pig bones, pork chops. Boosh. Or not. These ones do not supply any such food, sustenance. Come on. Wow. Oh, okay. I was gonna say. So it's like none of these pigs are dropping anything. Excuse me. Aha. All right. Well done. Well done, Wolfie. He's excited. All right. Let's go. So yeah, that's cool. That was episode 109. And actually, I also talked about, it was kind of odd. It's weird interconnectivities, but I just released a space engine video a few days ago talking about different comets and things, and I mentioned Comet Lovejoy as being one of those surprise comets. That was actually back in episode 109. I was talking about that was going on at the time. People in the southern hemisphere were getting a treat with Comet Lovejoy, so that's kind of cool. Going even further back, episode 9 of Far Lands or Bust was March 25th, 2011. I still had the weird, deep, nervous commentary voice on. I had yet to find my voice. And in episode 9, that was actually the first real kind of cave exploring experience we went on. Obviously, we were still hanging around the spawn village, and in episode 8 and 9, I actually did a little bit of exploring and got lost and had to spend the night. I didn't have a bed or any sheep's wool, so I had to spend the night caving, and we did that. Came across a bunch of skeletons. Skeletons were my arch nemesis back then. I didn't have the combat down. And actually, it was the first... Here's something cool. The first diamonds I found, and the only diamonds I think I found in this world, it was a block of 8 diamonds. And obviously, those diamonds went into making the diamond sword of spawn pointiness. So it was 200 episodes ago that we found the diamonds that made the very sword that we still carry in our hands. The diamond pick, however, was running low, and I left that back in the 292-202 monument. I don't know what I did with the other diamonds. Did I leave them behind in the house? See, I said I had 8. Yeah, I don't know what I did with those. I don't have any diamond armor or anything. Huh. I'll have to look back and check that out. I think I might have left diamonds back in the house. Thinking, just in case I die, I'll end up back here. Because that was even before in Minecraft you were able to reset your spawn. You could sleep in a bed to skip the night, but it didn't reset your spawn. Woof. Ah, careful. Speaking of which, careful. So much has changed. What else happened back there? Oh, also on that caving expedition, I found 3 of the 4 gold nuggets that eventually went into making the what did I call it? The Golden Clock of Destiny. And then later on, episode 50-something, it might have been for episode 50, we did some more caving and found the remaining gold to make the clock. That has come in so much use. So much use lately. No, not really. But yeah, very cool. Very cool to kind of think about, and it's still... I have no idea what I'm doing. It's just one of these random ideas that I had. I certainly, obviously, appreciate everybody sticking with Far Lands or Bust for as long as you have been. I know since then we've included and made it a little bit more interesting with the live streams, the flob-athons, and then obviously associated with that, the charity. I don't know if I would have had the motivation, the gumption, the guts to continue walking to the Far Lands if I hadn't also added in this dynamic of having the charity fundraiser keeping me going and keeping everybody, at least hopefully it's partly what keeps you guys interested, and the other part is hopefully that you actually enjoy watching this. I know a lot of you say that you don't really watch the screen, you just put the YouTube thing on in the background and play Minecraft or do your homework or do something else in the background. It's kind of just like a talk radio podcast with KurtJMac. Deep radio voice with the radio microphone. Whoop. All right, Wolfie's going to spawn here. Hello. There we go. Oh, and it's starting to become nighttime. Indeed. So yeah, that was kind of cool to look at. And it was kind of cool also in episode 109 and episode 9, we ran into skeletons. Episode 109 is called Double Skeleton, So Intense. I think 2 skeletons kind of randomly came out of a cave at me and started fighting. And then in episode 9, we were actually caving and we ran into a bunch of skeletons and got shot quite a few times. I was very terrible at combat for Minecraft. Boop. Wolfie remembers. Well, Wolfie wasn't there. He joined us in episode 38, 32, 39, something like that. And a boop. And a boop. Let's go to sleep. And nostalgic remembrances of old episodes-ness. Ah, indeed. Woof! Let's... Wolfie's like, you do realize there are a bunch of cactus in our way. No, that way isn't safe. Not at all. Alright, let's go this way. These 2 cacti will be easy to break down. Hey. Boop. Boop. Alright, we're safe. Come on through. Just careful of that one over there. So yeah, kind of cool to think about, and it's just, it's a whirlwind trip, a tour, if you will. Literally, a tour of the Minecraft world. We're trying to reach the end of it, so we're going to see... We're walking half of it. To truly walk from one end to the next, you would have to start at one far land, walk through the middle of the map, and then walk to the other far lands on the other side. Nope. Not doing that. Somebody else can have that series if they want it. Aha. Indeed. Let me, I suppose, answer some questions. Something else we've begun doing since starting the series. Help keep it interesting a little bit. Audience participation. A question from Evil Seedlet. Did you ever have bad habits in your life that you had to overcome? What were they and how did you do it? Do you know of any that you have now that you would like to kick? Not... I don't have my shears anymore. They broke in the last episode. Nah. Ooh, it's a ravine. Not too many. I mean, the one that I can think of is I still do. I used to crack my neck a lot. And then it eventually kind of turned into a nervous tic, where even if I didn't have to crack my neck, I'd be like, you know, ticking my neck, my head side to side to try to make it to crack, even though it couldn't. That was through kind of high school, college. Maybe it was related to the stress of being in school. Careful, Wolfie, excuse me. You're going that way. But yeah, I used to do that a lot. I still occasionally crack my neck and other various joints, but I don't. It's not really a nervous tic anymore. I never. Well, I guess I could talk about this. As one does, and one cannot be faulted for. In high school, I did experiment with the cigarettes. Tisk tisk tisk. And I mean, I'm sure okay, I know a lot of younger people watch this show. I should have made a boat for this. This is going to be an extended swim. I know a lot of younger people, say of high school age, the 14, 15, 16, 17s, tend to watch this show. Need to remind you, in the United States, I think it's all of the states of the United States, that if you're under 18, it's illegal to smoke cigarettes. In the United States, so keep that in mind. But obviously, being the impressionable young adults that we were in high school, we tried them out, tested them out, and really, you gotta think about it, that's, even still, with all the regulations they have against them, that's when the cigarette companies want to get you, is, you know, when your brain is developing and is a little bit more susceptible to the addiction to nicotine and things, but regardless of that, yes, I can admit that I tried smoking. Like I mentioned in an earlier episode, I never did any sort of drugs or anything like that. Smoking was as far into it as I went. Hey, Wolfie. And kind of for like about a month or so, not like a lot, basically, with your small circle of friends and hush away from your family and things like that. Obviously, it was, we're trying to be cool kids or whatever. Stupid things teenagers do. And kind of after like a month, I'm like, this is kind of boring. It tastes weird and gross, and it's expensive, especially when you have to like find non-traditional means to purchase them. But also just in general, I know people who do smoke, and they can say it's expensive, and for good reason, with all those taxes and things. But I just kind of like, nuts to this, and I just kind of stopped. So I'm lucky enough, I guess, I didn't get addicted to it. Or maybe I just up and decided, like, I don't know, my brain kind of just works that way, I think. I don't really tend to get habits, or I guess addicted to things, I guess you could say. I can quit whenever I want, guys. I can quit walking to the Farlands whenever I want. I just don't want to right now. No. So if you want me to save you the hassle, young people of the Farlander Nation, if you want me to save you the hassle, I can tell you I would recommend against such things. It's expensive. It tastes bad. It's not very attractive, and I could just save you the trouble. Really, it's not good for your health, your lungs, obviously, and myself. I have throughout the years been. I don't have asthma per se, but when I do say get a cold, that's where it goes, is straight to the lungs, and it runs in my family, asthma as well, like serious. Like if you're around the dander of a dog, like certain family members of mine will die, sort of situation. So I have that sort of genetically in my blood, but I never quite, fortunately, had any serious effects from asthma. But I just have a very, I guess, condition-dependent asthma. So it's bad for your health naturally, and just don't do it. See, okay, it's bad. See, so I could save you some time, but that's definitely, I'm sure, people, that's the time to experiment, but I would recommend against it. So yeah, that was never, I guess, to bring back to the question, I'm trying to be very sensible and dance around the topic. Like I said, I know there are even younger people who watch the show, even younger than that. I get messages from people's parents and things like that. Oh, I watch with my, whatever grade school aged son or daughter or something. So KurtJMac can save you the time and tell you it's not worth it. So bam. I don't know. Can you notice when I try to dance around a topic, I'm just like I say and a lot. I'm like, you know. I mean, I'm a terrible commentary guy. Commentary guy? That's my title. Commentary guy. Hey guy. Commentary guy. So yeah, but other than that, never really had that many habits, I could say, that were bad that I had to quit. I don't know if I have any current ones. Not really. I mean, we all have things we want to improve about ourselves, and this or that, but not that would be considered habits. I don't bite my nails. I don't like, sit down and eat an entire bag of greasy potato chips. I don't, I'm a model of health and fitness and robust, non-habit forming activities. What? I don't know. Don't do it, Kyle. You're stuck there, though. No, he can go up. Yay! Yay! Got some floaty lands over here. So yeah, thanks for that question. It's kind of weird, and I took some sort of awkward detour there dodging certain topics, but continuing on to the Far Lands in episode 209. Episode 209. Hey, Wolfie. Oh, careful. Sun's kind of setting, but the next question we're going to talk about, I suppose if I do have a bad habit, it is that I make way too many television and cartoon references that many people might not even get. And this next question is related to that. The Waterville asked, I know you're into The Simpsons. What are your favorite seasons and or episodes? And if I can manage not to fall off a cliff... Ooh. That's picturesque. Oh, careful, Wolfie. Careful. Easy. Ah. We'll answer the Simpsons question. Let's... I should not be... Oh, goodness gracious. Easy, easy. Easy. Let's get down. Wolfie? Careful. I'm waiting for the noise. Oh, yeah, he spawned down here. Awesome. Alright, let's make the elevated hidey hole. Whoop. Okay, that didn't work at all. It was under a tree. Woof. Hi. Let's do that, and let's go to sleep. And Adonis. Get it? Because The Simpsons? We're going to talk about... Anyway. So yeah. I'm into The Simpsons. Any favorite seasons or episodes? I can't say I've been keeping up at all with the recent, say the last 3 or 4 years of The Simpsons. They've kind of lost their way, I guess. Although there have been a few times where I've just kind of been flipping through the channels on a Sunday night and I just happen to catch it and I find there to be some funny things, so they've still got something going for themselves. I just haven't been keeping up or anything like that. Definitely the early seasons, like season 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 2 seasons are a little bit... They're showing their age. They're not as... You can tell, they're just kind of feeling the waters of getting a full, cartoon series on, so they're not being terribly risky with the topics or the jokes they're making. It's very almost family friendly, I guess you could say, in regards to The Simpsons. So the first 2 seasons, while classic and nostalgic, probably aren't my favorite, but definitely onward from there are some classics. If I had to choose an absolute favorite one only episode, it would be the episode where they leave Springfield and Homer gets a job with Hank Scorpio. That is an amazing episode. Oh, man. Mr. Scorpio, could I inquire where I could purchase some business hammocks? Business hammocks? Oh, gosh. That character and that whole thing was just hilarious. Oh, gosh. I mean, I can't even... There's so many quotes and situations from that. The whole James Bond kind of thing that went on. Oh, that's great. Great episode. I would suggest... I don't even know what the name of the episode is, but it's hilarious. Hilarious. Another one... Maybe not the entire episode I like, but the one where Homer eats at the chili cook-off, the Guatemalan insanity pepper. Just that whole sequence where he's tripping out on the insanity pepper and he goes on that kind of journey into the desert and things are like molding and melding and there's giant snakes and he's like, okay, I think I'll be leaving now. I was dying when I first saw that episode. Literally dying. That was a good episode as well. But yeah, really, I think the rest of the episode kind of surrounded around like, then Marge... Oh, because Johnny Cash played the coyote, the spirit guide. And Marge wasn't supposedly his soulmate, so he had to search for his soulmate. So I think the rest of the episode was a little bit wishy-washy. But definitely just that sequence of the Guatemalan insanity pepper trip, I guess you could call it, was comedy gold. Boop. So yeah, quite a few Simpsons things are pretty funny. Now I'm just starting to think of all these Simpsons things. There was the one where they go on the business retreat, and him and Mr. Burns get trapped in under snow, under an avalanche in the cabin, and they both start to go crazy. And then Lenny always falls into like a deep hole, and he's like, "No, aw, nuts." Lenny. Now I have on DVD like the first 9 or 10 seasons, but I stopped buying the DVDs after that. Just because I think I bought the last. I haven't watched any episodes from the episode or seasons 9 and 10. So because I'm like, oh, I got the seasons, but I don't have time to watch them or anything. So yeah, Simpsons, A+, good show. And like I said, it's one of those, along with Calvin and Hobbes and old movies, old comedy movies. My dad used to watch the Marx Brothers a lot, the Three Stooges. I could definitely say that the Simpsons are another comedic influence that you definitely hear in episodes on my channel. The Out of the Way jerk-ass that I have in my racing games is from the Simpsons Hit and Run video game for the PlayStation. That's something that Homer said when you were racing as his character. So that's where Out of the Way jerk-ass comes from. A lot of things like that. Very cool, very cool. Entertainment. Entertainment outside of YouTube. Yes, it still exists. It still exists. Let me see here. Looking at questions. Oh, Wolfie's gonna spawn. Iron Cake 42 asks, how often do you go out to eat? Did I already answer this? I could swear I answered something about going out to eat. Wolfie. There he is. Oh god. Alright. Alright. Well, okay. Maybe I should just... Woof. Disembark. Disenwoof. See if I can get some wood. Nope. Okay. Not that often, to be honest. Anymore. Especially since the going gluten-free. If I do go out to eat, I will make sure it's a place that I could just get a plain kind of, just a steak and a plain baked potato. Other things tend to be a little bit sketchy or unknown to their gluten content when you're eating out. Some restaurants have gluten-free options. There was a restaurant I went to that had an entire gluten-free menu. Gluten-free menu. And I'm like, I will get a gluten-free hamburger. And they actually had put it on a gluten-free bun, like I guess whatever rice flour or corn flour bun the thing was made out of. And I'm like, yay, hamburger. Alternately, when I was in Chicago for a weekend, I went to a restaurant that had gluten-free options on their menu. Like they said, order this, but gluten-free, and their hamburgers were well known. I ordered a hamburger and wanted the gluten-free option, expecting, like the other place that, okay, if they say it's a gluten-free hamburger, I'm assuming they have, a gluten-free bun as part of the situation. No, not that it's false advertising or anything like that, but it's actually, they're just like, okay, that's then just without the bun and without any other sort of gluten ingredient. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I've done that before. I was kind of, when you kind of expect if somebody says, this is gluten-free hamburger, they should really kind of specify gluten-free equals without the bun. It was still good. Still a good burger patty and toppings. But yeah. Like what... They had other gluten-free options on there as well. I'm like, well... So if there was a gluten-free pasta, do I expect you just to not include the noodles? Like, what? So, oh well. Complaints. First world problems, I suppose. First world gluten-free problems. But yeah, not all that much anymore. It just has become too difficult. I have found out, and I have to do this still. But Lumelnati's, sorry. I should talk about what I was actually having a little bit of a moment there about. But Lou Malnati's, I mentioned a long time ago and many times. From Chicago, I really enjoy deep dish pizza, even though I can't anymore. My favorite place, everybody has their favorite place. It's Uno's or Giordano's or there's even more I can't even remember. But my personal favorite is Lou Malnati's. I just found out, I just on a whim, looked up on their menu, their online menu. They have a gluten-free personal pizza option. It's on a gluten-free crust. They specify, okay, it's gluten-free ingredients, but obviously in their kitchen there's a bunch of wheat-based gluten products that might get cross-contaminated. I don't think I'm that sensitive where that's an issue, but I am very much wanting to go to a Lou Malnati's to try their gluten-free pizza. I hope it's something that they keep in stock at all their locations, or else I will be sorely disappointed. But yes, Lou Malnati's. And actually, now that... Ooh! Careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie. Oh, God. Oh, God, oh, God, don't do that. Ooh, okay. Well, that not as far down as I anticipated. That would certainly be painful if I fell down there. Let's go. As Wolfie... Oh, God, Wolfie jumps down. Jeez. So I'll have to find an excuse to go to Lou Malnati's. Like I was saying, I do remember quite frequently now that I've actually kind of narrowed it down. After I would go to Lou Malnati's, I would very, very immediately become sick. And, you know, at the time, I'm like, it doesn't matter, it's worth it. But I can definitely now probably narrow it down to the fact that it's very, very gluten-y and cheesy and just the thick crust pan pizzas that they have, very, very rich and dense breading, I guess you could call it. So yet another tick on the list of how I can probably narrow it down to the fact that it is a gluten allergy. So, but yeah, perhaps I haven't been in well over a year, but perhaps I will one day again be able to enjoy a Lou Malnati's pizza, even if it's not quite the same. It's the gluten-free derivative, but looking forward to perhaps that. And they have also... I don't drink Coke anymore. Hey! Dang nabbit, over here. Hey, dude. There we go. I don't drink sodas anymore, but one of the things they have, I don't know how many of you might live in the area or have gone to a Lou Malnati's, but when you order a Coke or soda or anything, it comes in a gigantic cup, like huge. We joke it's like the size of a like a garbage can. It like takes up the entire table. But I won't be obviously partaking in that because I don't drink. I don't take the fizzy sugar soda-y drinks anymore. But that's another kind of thing that. It's kind of a mark of a Lou Malnati's. All right, so hey, we answered a bunch of questions. I got weird and awkward when we started talking about bad high school habits and experimenting with the smoking. Even now, I'm dancing around the topic. I should just shut up. Yes. So yeah. Regardless, don't smoke, and instead use that money to give it to Child's Play charity over at farlandsorbust.com. Segue. Over at farlandsorbust.com, using the chip-in widget on the homepage, helping out kids in hospitals around the world, getting them toys, books, and games. A great cause. You can learn more about Child's Play charity at childsplaycharity.org. And like I said, one of the main factors that keeps inspiring me to walk towards the far lands, now 209 episodes on. Looking forward to episode 210 and then 211, where it will be officially 200 episodes of walking west towards the far lands. And I appreciate everybody coming along for the ride. I do appreciate, once again, all the likes, all the comments, and just as like a little bit of evidence, the buzz cut, the Jason Statham buzz cut. Jason Statham! The buzz cut video has almost 5,000 likes now, and I guess that's just kind of a proof of concept on how likes actually help out the visibility of a YouTube video. Do yourselves a little experiment. Search the word buzz cut, or just the words buzz cut on YouTube. Not Jason Statham, not KurtJMac, just buzz cut. And at least for me, depends on your own viewing history, but at least for me, my buzz cut video comes up near the top. And that is because of all the likes that it has gotten. That helps YouTube generate the algorithms for search results and recommended videos. So I apologize to anybody actually searching YouTube to find out how to do an actual buzz cut, and then you get my video. But yeah, that's just a proof that all these likes and comments and subscriptions and everything, it really helps me out, and it really, aside from all this money we're raising for Child's Play charity, that is another reason why I continue to walk to the far lands, is for you guys, the Farlanders. Indeed, I've lingered here long enough. There are probably like 10,000 spawned creepers and skeletons and things outside. So let's go to sleep. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.